Good evening, here are tonight's top stories. 3 Chinese nationals arrested in an interagency operation. Truck driver Riaz Bacchus granted $2.7 million bail for marijuana possession. Woman charged with cyberbullying receives $400,000 bail. Mother arrested for brutally chopping 9-year-old daughter. Suspected arson destroys house in East Cange, Burbis. Police investigate death of 16-year-old schoolgirl in Northwest District. Guyana National Assembly passes amendments to Fugitive Offenders Act. Taxi driver robbed at gunpoint in Georgetown. 3 men remanded for drug possession. Also, a mother caught with a SIM card concealed in toothpaste. Stay tuned for the details of these stories. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more news.
Mother caught with SIM card in toothpaste. A Britannia, West Coast Burbis woman was caught trying to smuggle a SIM card to her son, who is housed at the Mazaruni prison. Ingrid Mary Thomas, 55, was arrested on Monday at the Guyana Prison Service, GPS, headquarters. At about 10:15 HRS after she arrived at the prison headquarters, a routine search was conducted on the items she brought for her son, Bevan Thomas. In one of the items, officers found was a SIM card cleverly hidden in a Colgate toothpaste tube, in a manner designed to evade detection during routine security checks. Thomas was arrested and was handed over to the police. She will face the courts shortly. The GPS is urging civilians to recognize the grave risks associated with engaging in contraband trade within prison walls. Smuggling contraband into correctional facilities not only jeopardizes the safety of inmates and officers but also undermines the integrity of the prison system. It must be noted that smuggling contraband into correctional facilities carries serious consequences. Three men remanded for drug possession. On Monday, 3 men were remanded to prison following their arrest for possession of several parcels of cocaine. The trio appeared at the Georgetown Magistrates Court after being apprehended on Thursday at the Shell gas station on Vlissingen Road, Georgetown. The accused, 44-year-old Joel Hodge, a security guard from Charlotte Street, Kingston, 52-year-old Raul Hoyt, a chef from Sandy Babb Street, Kitty, and 40-year-old Kwesi Joseph, a veterinarian from 79, 5th Field, Cummings Lodge, East Coast Demerara, ECD, were found with 5.672 kilograms of cocaine. Principal Magistrate Faith McGusty read the charge to them, and all pleaded not guilty. The arrest occurred after officers from the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit, CANU, discovered the cocaine in a Toyota Premio car. Attorney Stacey Gooding, representing the trio, argued that Joseph and Hodge were en route to the gym but had stopped at the gas station for purchases. Joseph contacted Hoyt to repair the car's air conditioning, and Hoyt arrived with a technician carrying a box purportedly containing the AC unit. Gooding stated that the technician inspected the air conditioning compressor while Joseph and Hodge remained in the car. Upon exiting, Joseph noticed the technician fleeing, leaving the box behind. Gooding requested reasonable bail, asserting that her clients had no knowledge of the parcels. However, the CANU prosecutor objected to bail, citing that officers found the suspects inside the vehicle with an opened cardboard box containing 4 brick-like parcels of suspected cocaine in the back seat, with an additional parcel outside the box. The prosecutor noted that body cam footage captured the interception and that the investigation was complete. Magistrate McGusty denied bail, and the trio is scheduled to return to court on July 31, 2024, for disclosures. Taxi driver robbed at gunpoint in Georgetown. In the early hours of Sunday morning, taxi driver Roll Shepard was robbed at gunpoint by 2 men who had hired him for a trip to Meadowbrook Drive, Georgetown. The incident occurred around 4:45 HRS and left Shepard without his $45,000 cellular phone and $45,000 in cash. According to police reports, the 2 assailants boarded Shepard's car at Bourda Market. Shepard described the men as being of African descent. One was wearing a gray top, a green jersey, and black pants, while the other was clad in a black jersey and black pants. The taxi driver recounted that one of the men sat in the front passenger seat, and the other took the back seat. Upon arriving at Meadowbrook Drive, the man in the front seat brandished a gun and demanded Shepard hand over all his possessions. Fearing for his life, Shepard complied and handed over his money and phone. After taking Shepard's belongings, the men exited the vehicle and fled the scene, firing shots at Shepard as they ran. Fortunately, Shepard was unharmed in the incident. The police are currently investigating the robbery and are appealing to the public for any information that could assist in apprehending the suspects. Police investigate death of 16-year-old schoolgirl in Northwest District. Police are investigating the death of Angelina James, a 16-year-old student of Guyana Secondary School and resident of Whitewater Creek, Northwest District, Region 1. The tragic incident occurred sometime between 2000 hours HRS on Monday night and 7:30 HRS on Tuesday morning. At the time of the incident, Angelina and her 11-year-old sister were left at home, as their stepfather, Ramel Ramasindo, and mother, Vanessa James, were in Georgetown attending the Supreme Criminal Court. The grim discovery was made by Angelina's cousin, 30-year-old Augustine Emanuel, who was passing by the house on Tuesday morning when he noticed the door was open. Upon investigating, he found Angelina's lifeless body. It is believed that she took her own life. Emanuel immediately alerted nearby relatives, who then reported the incident to the police. Upon examination, the police found no marks of violence on Angelina's body, and no foul play is suspected at this time. Angelina's body has been transported to the Mabaruma Hospital mortuary, where it awaits a post-mortem examination to determine the exact cause of death. Suspected arson destroys house and heavy-duty machines in East Cange, Burbus. A fire, believed to be an act of arson, destroyed a house and 2 heavy-duty machines in East Cange, Burbus, Region 6, East Burbus Quarantine, early Monday morning. The fire, reported to the Guyana Fire Service just after 03:00H, has led to the apprehension of one individual as the police and fire department pursue multiple leads. The blaze occurred at Lot 18, Cumberland, East Cange, while the house was unoccupied. Masood Hussain, 43, the homeowner, had left for the back dam on the east bank of Burbus several days prior. Stephen Bakaran reportedly secured the premises on Sunday afternoon around 18:00H and then left. Shannon Crawford, officer in charge of the New Amsterdam Fire Service, reported that 2 water tenders responded to the scene. He noted that the fire had been burning for some time before the fire department was contacted. They got there very quickly within 15 minutes and observed a very small building well engulfed. They went into offensive firefighting mode, suppressed the fire quickly, and subsequently extinguished it, Crawford explained. The 2 water tenders had enough water to extinguish the fire without needing an additional water source. Crawford stated, "We are still in the process of doing our investigation and have not yet ascertained the cause of the fire, but we have some positive leads that we are pursuing. When we have comprehensive evidence, we will conclude the investigation." Reports suggest an ongoing feud between the homeowner and a villager, who frequently visited the premises until a cellular phone went missing. It is alleged that the homeowner withheld the villager's property until the phone was found, leading to threats of burning down the building. The house measured 7.8 meters by 6 meters. The fire also destroyed a bulldozer valued at $18 million and a tractor. It would have been impossible to save the tractor based on the state of the fire at the time of arrival. When tenders arrived, the building was totally engulfed in flames. It is a very small building, and the tractor and bulldozer were under a shed attached to the building. The tractor was already in flames when the guys arrived, Crawford pointed out. The police have arrested 1 man and are awaiting the conclusion of the fire department's investigation. Mother arrested for brutally chopping 9-year-old daughter following domestic dispute. A woman from Zeelugt, East Bank Essequibo, EB, has been taken into custody for brutally chopping her 9-year-old daughter after her boyfriend referred to them as wastes. The incident occurred on Sunday evening at their home. According to reports, the child and her mother lived with the woman's boyfriend. On the evening in question, a heated argument erupted between the couple, during which the boyfriend called the woman and her daughter wastes, and declared that he no longer wanted them. He then left the house. In response, the woman reportedly called her daughter and informed her that her father was already dead and that her stepfather did not want them. She then allegedly took a chopper and inflicted a wound on her daughter's left arm in an attempt to kill her. The child managed to escape and was rescued by a neighbor, who took her to the Leonora Cottage Hospital. After initial treatment, she was referred to the West Demerara Regional Hospital, where she was admitted. Detectives contacted the woman and observed a chop wound on her left arm, which she claimed was self-inflicted. She was treated at the Leonora Cottage Hospital and, upon discharge, was taken into custody pending further investigations. Man admitted to hospital following two-vehicle collision in Liliendal, gunshot fired at scene. 31-year-old Kwesi McCallman of Norton Street, Lodge, Georgetown, was admitted to the Georgetown Public Hospital following a two-vehicle collision on Monday evening near the Aquatic Center in Liliendal, Greater Georgetown. The accident involved a motorcar, Pad 7667, driven by Samuel Blackman of Non-Perial, East Coast Demerara, ECD, and a motorcycle, CK3289, ridden by McCallman. According to Blackman, he was traveling along the railway embankment when he made a U-turn near the Aquatic Center and felt an impact on the front of his vehicle. Upon inspection, he found McCallman bleeding and lying on the ground. Blackman further reported that shortly after the collision, a minibus arrived carrying individuals believed to be relatives of the motorcyclist. One of the occupants discharged a firearm at the scene. A security guard in the vicinity confirmed that a round was fired into the air by one of the individuals who arrived in the minibus before they collected the injured motorcyclist and left the scene. A 9mm spent shell was recovered at the site of the incident. McCallman was admitted to the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, GPHC, where he is receiving medical treatment for his injuries. Meanwhile, Blackman has been arrested. Police are currently investigating to determine who discharged the firearm at the scene. Woman charged for cyberbullying granted $400,000 bail. Carletta Blake, a 35-year-old sales representative, faced the Diamond/Golden Grove Magistrates Court today on 2 counts of using a computer system to humiliate a person, a charge contrary to Section 19 and 5A of the Cybercrime Act 2018. Blake, who appeared before His Worship Mr. Dylan Bess, pleaded not guilty to the charges. Despite the seriousness of the allegations, she was granted bail set at $400,000 in cash. The charges stem from alleged cyberbullying incidents where Blake is accused of using digital platforms to humiliate individuals. The details of the accusations were not disclosed in court, but the charges highlight the ongoing issue of online harassment and its legal repercussions under the Cybercrime Act. Blake's case has been adjourned and is scheduled to continue on July 23, 2024. As the legal process unfolds, this case underscores the importance of addressing cyberbullying and enforcing laws designed to protect individuals from digital harassment. Truck driver Riaz Bacchus granted $2.7 million bail for possession of 9.25 kilograms of marijuana. Riaz Bacchus, a 41-year-old truck driver from New Amsterdam, Burbus, was granted bail in the sum of $2.7 million after being busted with 9.25 kilograms of marijuana on Friday. Bacchus appeared before Magistrate Dylan Bess at the Diamond/Grove Magistrates Court on Monday, where he pleaded not guilty to the charge. According to reports, Bacchus was driving a motor lorry, GAG 2438, when it was intercepted in the vicinity of Baggestown Public Road, East Bank Demerara, EBD. During a search of the vehicle, authorities discovered 9.25 kilograms of narcotics concealed in a toolbox located under the lorry. The narcotics were packed in 2 bulky shopping bags, containing 18 parcels of leaves, seeds, and stems suspected to be cannabis. At the time of the search, Bacchus was the lone occupant of the vehicle. Upon being informed of the offense, Bacchus claimed that a Rastaman had given him the bags to deliver to the West Side. He was subsequently arrested and taken to the Providence Police Station, where the marijuana was weighed and confirmed to be 9.25 kilograms. Bacchus was officially charged and will make his next court appearance on July 29, 2024. Interagency intelligence operation leads to arrest of 3 Chinese nationals. On July 9, 2024, at 12:40 HRS, a coordinated interagency intelligence operation resulted in the arrest of 3 Chinese nationals, 2 males and 1 female. The operation was conducted at a city hotel and led to the seizure of 39 million Guyanese dollars, $39 million, and an unlicensed 9mm pistol with 15 matching rounds of ammunition. Preliminary investigations have revealed that the suspects are part of a transnational criminal group involved in gold smuggling and other illegal activities. The arrested individuals are currently in police custody, assisting with the ongoing investigation. Authorities are working to uncover the full extent of the criminal network and its operations. Guyana National Assembly passes amendments to strengthen Fugitive Offenders Act. In a significant move to enhance Guyana's ability to combat transnational crime, the National Assembly passed amendments to the Fugitive Offenders Act, Cap. 1004, on Monday. The bill, which amends Section 24 of the Principal Act, expands the types of documents admissible as evidence in extradition proceedings. The updated legislation now includes a record of evidence, encompassing documents, statements, and other materials that identify and locate the person sought, outline the facts of the case, and detail relevant legal provisions. Attorney General, AG, and Minister of Legal Affairs, Anil Nandlal, SC, presented the bill for its second reading, emphasizing that these amendments will streamline and modernize Guyana's extradition process. This is a positive regime of amendments. It will modernize our extradition law and enable Guyana as well as other territories to concentrate and collaborate their efforts more efficiently in tackling transnational crime and criminals, Nandlal stated. Nandlal explained that extradition is a legal process in which one country formally requests another to surrender a person wanted for criminal prosecution or to serve a sentence, based on principles of comity and reciprocity. The process begins with an inquiry to the Minister of Foreign Affairs to confirm extradition arrangements with the requesting territory, followed by the Minister of Home Affairs deciding on issuing the necessary authority to proceed. The AG highlighted that previous limitations on the types of documents admissible as evidence hindered the extradition process. He reassured that the amendments do not compromise due process, but rather allow for a broader range of evidence to be considered. There is nothing in this amendment that could possibly compromise due process as it currently exists, Nandlal asserted. Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Hugh Todd, supported the legislation, emphasizing the need for international cooperation in tackling organized crime. We cannot operate in isolation in fighting these threats, and in helping to ensure that justice prevails, it is important to engage in international cooperation efforts to counter transnational organized crimes such as human trafficking, trafficking in illicit drugs, and money laundering, Todd said. Minister of Home Affairs, Robeson Ben, also highlighted the ongoing threat of transnational crime to national security and the necessity for modern approaches to curb such activities. He noted that the amendments are part of the government's broader strategy to strengthen security and stability. The passage of this bill marks a critical step in enhancing Guyana's legal framework for extradition, enabling more effective collaboration with international partners in the fight against transnational crime.